Hey guys, and welcome back. I'm Rachel O'Leary, and this week we started out the week by making some planters, floating planters made by Laguna for my big 300-gallon tub, as well as some carnivorous planters, and I think they all turned out really well. This is a really great way to be able to float plants in your bins or ponds without having to affix them to the sides. Most marginals do really well this way, and I think it adds a really nice visual appeal. These planters come in a wide range of sizes that I showed you. We made some CP mix, which is peat moss and sand, and potted up some Sarracenia scarlet bell in order to have a floating carnivorous bog garden in my tubs. This particular species of carnivorous plant does particularly well floating, as well as ones like purpurea. So if you wanted to give carnivorous plants a try, this is a good bet. Just make sure you have soft enough water. We also made another DIY fountain for this canna lily and had to make sort of a deck box attachment in order for it to stay stable. I think as these plants grow in, it's going to look really nice. Up next, we went down to the fish room and caught all the fish to move out into all of 18 of my tubs. Now, I ended up putting in more fish than previous years simply because I wanted to clear out the tank so that I can start to restructure the fish room. We floated the fish into the tubs for about 20 minutes and then simply let them free. And I'm really excited to see what this tubbing season brings. I moved out pencilfish for the first time ever, so we'll see how that goes, and as well as my minnows in the big tub, which always have been good performers. Up next, we watched my husband and I muddle through putting a sunshade kit on my greenhouse. I'm still on the fence about how I feel about it. The directions were wrong. It was missing parts. Then we got the right directions. And really the whole thing was a bit of a nightmare because my husband Chris had to literally sit on the roof of the greenhouse. There's no other way to install it. And it seems like quite a design flaw that that's what you have to do. But somehow we managed to get it all installed and put on there with very little incident, and I'm interested to see how it works this season. Up next, we had to make some lids for one of my bins in the greenhouse because a couple of fish jumped out, I think probably from all the sunshade hoopla. We took a look around the greenhouse. All my veggies are getting huge, and I'm excited to start harvesting some of the plants here in the upcoming weeks. Let me know if that's something you guys would like to learn more about. We checked in on the various tubs as well in my yard. This canna lily went from having one flower to a ton overnight. Apparently it really likes its feet wet. My lilies are getting huge. I think next week we'll have to pull them to fertilize, so stay tuned if you want to see that. And then we checked in on my budget bins, and this one's probably my favorite. Things are flowering, things are growing, and I just find it to be really, really successful, and I absolutely love the way the waterfall on this one worked out and sounds, and my cats enjoy it too. We checked in. This is the only tub in the yard that is not stocked yet. I'm waiting for a special fish from a friend, and then we checked in on the baby goldfish, which are doing just fine and have nearly doubled in size since I found them a week or two ago, whenever that was. I'm curious to see what they turn out to be, so stay tuned for that as well. Up next, we took a look down in the fish room at my Amano shrimp tank and added some really algae-covered driftwood, and within 24 hours, it was totally clean. I have lots of exciting things planned for you this upcoming week, so make sure you're subscribed with that notification bell on so you don't miss any of my future content. And as always, thank you guys so much for all your continued support, both here and on Patreon.